This freaking intro.
I love
I want to
it.
start by thanking Talkman United. The only reason why I don't say he's the best human being on the planet is because he's not a human being, but he's just solid individual. Thank you so much, guys. Welcome to Gunners from All Corners, the show where we say Arsenal in multiple different accents. I'm your host, Charlie Millen, Marley Chillin, however you want to call me. I'm back. I'm here with Tycho. How are you, my man?
I'm doing decent. Not too happy with Arsenal or anything, but you can't be happy with Arsenal at the moment.
I mean, no one is. I don't think
Really bad.
you're gonna be alone there. Um, Tycho, tell us where you're from, just because that's the theme of the show.
I'm from the Netherlands, born and bred, always been there. Yeah,
All right, Rob. You're
Hi,
from
Molly.
I mean,
How's it
with me
going?
for the first time. I'm good, man. I'm good. Thanks for being here with us.
More than welcome.
Yeah. Where are you from, sir?
I'm from London. Um, emigrated to Essex, but I'm very fortunate enough to be a season ticket holder at Arsenal. So
Awesome.
yeah,
I
so I
mean,
live.
awesome. Right.
No, it is. It's brilliant. Come
It's been
on,
better, but it's good.
come on. It's great.
I'll get to one of my favorite
I
people
don't
in
know
one
why.
second. But Vivian from Nigeria, how are you, my friend?
It's
Yeah. All right. And Steven, I mean, just
my
you
network
know,
is horrible. I do not know why I'm having this horrible network.
it's all good. It's all good. If it becomes too big of an issue,
I
I'll
don't know why
let you
this
know.
is
But
this
right
bad.
now,
I
we're
can hardly
fine.
hear. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, I think there's a little delay there, but we can hear you.
Okay.
It's all good. And we're here with Steven.
I think it's much better now.
Reunited and it feels so
Hello, Vivian from
good.
Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria.
All
Happy
right, there's a big delay going
to be
on
here.
there,
there's a big delay going on.
Oh,
but it's all good. But I
Uh,
want Steven,
hello to
thank you
Nigeria.
so much for captaining the ship while I was away, dude. You're
no, man, it's
freaking
at any
amazing.
time. It's all good, man. I got your back always.
Yeah, man, that's a solid friend right there, guys. I'm extremely happy to be here. But most people, most Arsenal fans are not happy to be Arsenal fans right now. We haven't been for a long time now. But even though I've been out of the loop for a while, I
I'll
did
be
come
back
up
in
with
this.
three talking points.
I'll be back next
Uh,
week, mate.
yeah, it's all good. Three talking points that I think we can use as a guideline here. And the first one's very straight up, and I want to get all of you guys' thoughts and everyone in the comments as well. Please shout out what you think in this. But I want to start with, are we ready for the new season? Rob, let's start with you. Like, do you think, I mean, first of all, like we gotta define what we're looking for in this season, right? Because I mean, you gotta be ready for something. So what are your expectations, and do you think
F-
Arsenal is ready to fulfill your expectations right now?
First of all, we've got to be excited. The new season's like literally starting next week. We've
Yeah,
got to be excited by that. Wait for at least a couple of weeks before we get doom and gloom.
that's fair
But
enough.
are we ready? No, we're not. Obviously, we're not ready. We're not ready. We've got things to do.
Yeah.
There's players that are appearing in the pre-season friendlies. We never thought would still be at the club, but they are. So, and obviously we're struggling to get rid of them. And there's players that we need. I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are on Madison. It seems to be hot in the rumours today.
Yeah.
I think for me that's quite an exciting rumour.
Oh yeah.
I do like him. Um, Equally, you think, well, where does that leave Emil Smith Rowe? But
That's a good point.
can we have both of them in the team at the same time?
I mean,
it's a question, isn't it?
there's an argument they can play together for sure. You can put Smith Rowe on the left wing, right? So they could play well together, and I think it's important to rotate because even though Smith
Absolutely, yeah.
Rowe is really exciting, he does have some injury problems, so you can't really count on someone so young, so inexperienced, and so injury prone for an entire season. So it's good to have some competition.
Although you say rotate, I don't think we need to rotate much this season because we're not in Europe.
That's a good point.
For
Yes.
me, although it's incredibly disappointing not to be in Europe, I think it could be a little blessing in disguise. I think it will help us in our league. Definitely not having that Thursday night. There's a stat, isn't there, that every time we played on Thursday night, we lost on the Sunday. Particularly if we were away. I think we lost every away game after we played on a Thursday night.
Not the best statistic there.
No. So, and that's because we were changing players around, but we don't need to now, do we? So,
No, yeah, there's not that packed of a calendar. All right, let's go to Steven, my co-captain for today here. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, if I know you properly, and I think I do, I don't think your expectations are too high. But even with that, like with those low expectations that you keep for yourself, do you think Arsenal is ready to achieve them?
High standards, low expectations. That's what I am. I ain't looking forward to this season. Right, like the season starting next week, but I'm like not even looking forward to it. I'm more looking forward to the next Grand Prix in 3 weeks' time. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm not really bothered about Arsenal at the minute. Right, I think I spent most of the summer. Every time people have been like, "Oh, you're doing this watch along," I'm like, "No, because it's paid £7 to the Conkeys." No, right? If I'm sticking to my guns when I say I'm not backing. I'm not paying money to this club to support the Conkeys. If that money's going into Conkeys' pocket, I'm not paying it. And that means if it's a watch along, that means if it's a shirt or any merchandise, no birthday gifts from there, no Christmas gifts from there. I'm not having anything from this club until this owner goes, because nothing's going to change. It's getting to the point now that I'm not even having a go at Arteta anymore because it's more the board are the problem, because we all know, I know, Arteta is not good enough. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Like, if anyone thinks that Arteta is good enough as a manager for Arsenal, then I'm sorry, your expectations have been lowered very, very big time, because that's not what Arsenal should expect from a manager like this. Not from what I've known from Arsenal, but it's getting to a point now is that this is expected from Arsenal because we're run by a board that only care about the bottom line, only care about the thing that keeps us in the black, that keeps us afloat. As long as we're floating in where that a debt-free asset, they're not fussed. So that's why they don't mind having Arteta in. He doesn't demand the 150 million or the 200 million that Allegri would do, a Tuchel would do, all these great managers will do. He would just go, yeah, keep me in the job, because he knows his job is under threat if Daniel Week decides to come in or anyone else decides to come in. So he will just bow down and do anything that they say. It's like what Wenger did towards the end of his time at Arsenal, which was cover up a lot of what the Conkeys were doing. So no, I don't look forward to this season at all. I'm strapped in, ready for the ride, and you see, I'm not even angry anymore. Right, I'm trying to look at it a positive way, but I'm not even angry anymore. I'm just not. Don't got the energy for it.
That wasn't even planned, but I like that we had two very contrasting opinions here. Someone very optimistic, someone very pessimistic. Steven's actually like that's been studied. That's a scientific fact. Steven's the only Premier League fan that actually looks forward to international breaks right now. He's
Look. Actually, Arteta. Look, Gareth Southgate seems to be doing something that Arteta is not, which is getting the most out of his squad. I mean,
Fair
seriously.
enough. Hey man, I mean, right now, like I've been saying this I haven't been here for a long time. If you guys need to know this, every adult Brazilian, every 2 years, we need to go to the Amazon jungle to fight pythons. So that's what I was doing. But I'm back now, and yeah,
Did they
How did the
go
fight go? Did you fight them well?
I did fight them well. I'm alive. You can't tell that I'm missing a foot because I'm sitting down, but like it's just
Did they?
I'm doing okay.
Did they? Are you still Arteta in?
I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that.
Because
I think
the only
man.
thing I'm saying, if you're still Arteta in, you didn't fight him hard enough. It didn't work.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Oh, wait a second. We have Vivian's back.
No,
Oh,
she's not.
okay. She's not.
Oh,
Oh, okay. We'll see. We'll see. All right, Tycho. Let's go to you. What are your what's the talking point now? Are we ready for the new season? But like for you to answer that, like what are your expectations for this season? What you want us to do, and do you think we're ready to do it as of now?
I
Based
do
on
not think we're ready for this season. We're not. It saddens me to say that, but my prayer this season is that we don't get relegated because of Arteta, because we honestly are not ready for the season.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why he can't see what half of the Arsenal fans can see. It's so clear that the signings, like, for goodness sake, how can we sign Ben White for that amount? That was crazy. I mean, watching the games, the preseason game, I watched the first game and I was like, I'm not going to put myself through this torture because I have to protect my mental health and I'm not going to allow myself to be tortured like we were tortured last season. I'm scared for the season. I'm not going to lie. I'm really scared.
Hey, that's a very passionate and fair rant. I mean, people keep saying like last season, a lot of people were saying, yeah, I mean, we're gonna get relegated the way we're playing. That's never really a concern for me. Like I feel like people overplay it a little bit. I think Arsenal's still quite. I'll get you again,
We were
Steven.
in a
Calm
relegation
down.
battle. We were last season. In
We
case
were
you've
not in a
forgotten,
relegation battle.
we
I
were
mean,
14 and
we
we're one loss away from being dragged down there. And then in Nigeria, I think it was a game against, I think it was a game, one, and then they termed it a relegation battle. And I felt so bad when I saw the advert on TV. I'm like, is this what Arsenal has been reduced to? And all my Chelsea fans and they kept on tagging me like, yo, Vivian, you guys are in a relegation battle. And I'm like, really? Really?
Ars-
I don't know why. In Nigeria here, all Arsenal games were tagged relegation battle. And then it was so bad because anywhere I go, they're like, oh, Vivian, I'm so sorry. And I felt so bad. Like, I was the butt of all the jokes at work, at home. I stopped wearing my jersey. So that's bad.
I know we were in those positions for a while, but Arsenal was never getting relegated. That's the thing. Like in a whole season, our team sucks when you're talking about the Arsenal that we know and love. But when you're talking about the Premier League as a whole, Arsenal's still like at least in that, middle stage, right? Like that middle group. Like we're
Middle.
not getting
We're now in
relegated, guys.
middle club. Oh my god.
I didn't
Get
predict we
that
were
out of
going
you
to finish
guys' heads.
April. I predicted April 10th, but I didn't think we would get relegated. Not even I think I did, but I wasn't that pessimistic. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
You over pessimistic Ted.
the media
I
like
didn't
to
think that was
say
possible.
the media like to say that we could be, didn't they? They loved it. They thrived in the fact that we were going down to that side of the table and they were licking their lips. But no, it was never going to happen.
Yeah.
No, that's
We
never
have
gonna.
radio shows making their own shows to take the piss out of us. What do you expect?
I mean, I know we're a reason for a lot of laughter right now. I know we're a joke. I know we're Banner FC, but we're not getting relegated.
Do you know why we
Tycho.
got the problem, though? I'll just quickly say it. Do you know why there's the problem, though? The problem is that when you've got like an owner like we have, and then you sit there and you there's something like Super League happens or something, and it raises it up even more. You cannot thank us United fans. Yeah, when you've won more than Arteta, mate, let me know. I mean, that's how bad it is for them. I mean, Ollie's been he's won less than Arteta. But I was just saying is that when we've got an owner like we are, and then you've got fans online, fans on YouTube that come out and go, "We're Conky out, we'll do all this." Yeah, right. We're gonna make change. We're gonna get Conky out, and they do a protest. And then the next game is the semi-final, and what do? Instead of protesting, we go, let's applaud the squad that's given us a pull, right? Sorry, that's knocked us out of the FA Cup, knocked us out of League Cup, put us near the bottom of the table, and what we're gonna do? We're gonna applaud them just in case they don't feel mentally right for the semi-final. It's right. Well, if that's the case, we might as well just sack them all now. I'm saying it gets to a point. And then to top it all off, you all sit there saying Cronky out, and then you all go buy the shirt because what? We bought Madison, or we bought Ben White, or something like that. I even saw YouTubers that will do kit that will promote their kit on their YouTube channel, and then they're sitting there going and I'm sitting there saying, "No, don't buy it. What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, but what happens if we sign Madison?" That's not the point. No. If you want change, don't buy it. Simple.
I understand your frustration and anger. You're oversimplifying a lot of things, though. You're oversimplifying a lot of things, and I think Rob's got some thoughts on that.
Sorry.
I understand exactly what you're saying, but how on earth is anybody going to get our owner out of this club? Then
Exactly.
we can protest all we like outside stadiums.
Yeah.
He's not going to see it. He won't care. He probably doesn't even know we're playing. So we stop clapping the players. Well, so we don't support the team anymore. Is that going to work? No, it's not going to work. It's just going to affect the team performance.
Yeah.
Or we're not going to wear shirts. Does buying shirts really affect Kroenke?
Very little.
Very little. I don't think it affects him. Yeah.
Things like that will not affect the ownership of this club. The only way that would be affected is if he wants to sell. We can scream to the top of our voices.
Yeah.
That's the way it is. So let's just support the club.
And
Sure.
that's the thing. That's the thing. When you have a lot of money as well, it's we gotta be careful not to hurt his pride, because he can literally decide to not sell just to be annoying. He's that
Just with
rich.
petty, exactly. Yeah.
He's married into the Walmart family. He didn't need to, but he is. He's extremely filthy rich. You have Stan Kroenke's picture in the dictionary. He's got a lot of money, so it's tricky, man. You're oversimplifying a couple of things.
I get you're simplifying it.
Applauses, that's for the players, right? They try hard. They're not good, but they try
if you're
hard.
saying you're gonna go, if you're going to that semi-final outside the stadium to protest.
Yeah.
Because all you do is make us look embarrassing. Because then you've got rival fans sitting there taking the piss out of us because we decide to protest, and then. But it gets to a point is if people sit there and are actually going to try and do their best to not buy anything, right? I've known many Man United fans, for example. I mean, they got a game stop, for God's sake, so want change, right? So
Are you suggesting that's what we should do then?
Why not make a statement? But the thing is that they're trying what they can do to affect change.
But what change would that make?
But
they've still got the same owners.
Yeah.
But they've now signed Sancho. They've now signed Varane.
Yeah. So I'm not going to lie. That Varane signing was mad. I was a bit jealous when I saw the news.
We've got
my feeling. Jealous of United. Yeah.
My feelings are we've got to give Arteta a proper season. He didn't have a proper season.
Nah.
Last
See.
season was diabolical. It was a shadow of what a season is with no crowds. We've got to give them a season with crowds because
I think Arteta is part of the problem we have. Though. He's playing players out of position. Like personally, I think Madison is what we need now because I feel Madison might be to us what Van Dijk was to the Liverpool defense. You get, but only if Arteta plays him in the correct position. Arteta might go out and get Madison and then go out and play him in a different position, and then he will be useless in our team. So I personally feel Arteta is part of the problems we have. He's fond of playing players out of position.
We're
Like last season, Martinelli. Why? Like I have a lot. I'm just so angry at everything about Arsenal.
Martinelli actually come out last week and shed some light on the situation where he said he had a serious injury, and so he's been nursed back. And everybody was screaming at Arteta, "Don't you like Martinelli? What are you doing with him? You're destroying him." He's actually come out and said he was being protected.
Guys,
we don't know. We don't know what's going on.
Okay. We're going to be talking about Arteta plenty. Steven and I are here. That means we're going to be talking about Arteta plenty. But we'll get to that, though.
Can I just say one more comment that Steve you mentioned about Gareth Southgate? Like, we got to the final, but would we have got to the final if we didn't have the Wembley fans behind us? Because you shook your head when I mentioned we need a proper season with full stadiums at the Emirates. I don't
think a proper season would matter with Arteta, to be honest. I think to be honest, Arteta's been lucky he's not had the fans there.
Yeah.
No,
he's actually lucky the fans are not there.
Very, very lucky we've not.
I agree.
Very lucky.
If we played like we did last season with a crowd, then he would have been gone. I agree with you.
Do you know what? Yeah, because the fans would not have turned up, and they would have done exactly what he did before he got sacked.
However,
that's the point.
If we did have fans, we might not have played like that.
We might have played better.
I'm not too sure though.
But maybe not. But that's what we've got to find out now, isn't it?
Yeah,
and that's what I think we should give it a chance.
Because I even think before the COVID crisis hit, that little period there, like all right, you might say it's the start of his time at Arsenal, but there was no bounce. You usually get that new manager bounce straight off.
We won the FA Cup.
I know we won the FA Cup, but this is before that. The league performances. If you look for the league performances, it weren't that good. They weren't. We really did playing too much. Like, we're probably playing better than we were last season, but then we weren't playing that well at all. We were doing well. Obviously, we won the FA Cup, which was great, but in our league performances, we weren't doing well at all.
But I think the team was in such disarray when he took over.
Yeah, and at the time, I accept that. I mean, I was Arteta in at the time, but after the North
he had
London
a job
last
in his
season,
hands.
I couldn't put up with it.
Guys, we're gonna be spending the latter part of the show talking about Arteta, but that's a good way to transition into, because Tycho hasn't answered that yet. What are your? It's all good. It's all good. What are your expectations for this season? Because that's important, right? Because it's a lot of people can say, if we're not close to the top four by half the season, he's going to be gone. But is Arsenal really like top four material? I don't think we are. I don't think Jesus Christ as our manager would make a difference right now. I don't think our team is good enough to be. I don't think our team is good enough to be fighting for those positions right now. I mean, 10 we underachieved for sure. But I think we're probably like 8th best or something like that, and we're not making the right signings, which, you could hold Arteta accountable for that or not, but we'll get to that later on. Tycho, what are your expectations for this season, and is Arsenal close to being ready to fulfill those expectations, in your opinion?
With the current squad, I wouldn't say we're close to top 4, even top 6, maybe not, because, we haven't got a good right back at all, in my opinion. Chambers is decent, but he's not top quality. I think we need a new midfielder. Like, Party is injured now, so we have to play Shaka because he's staying, and Lakonga. So,
I think we're gonna be playing Xhaka and El Neni, man, which is something that
Oh,
I'm gonna
no.
get to as well. But yeah,
Can't wipe my wheel first.
in my opinion, we definitely need to start Lakonga because he's quality, in my opinion.
yeah,
Mm.
But we
I
still
like
need
him.
an attacking midfielder. Probably Madison, maybe not if it doesn't go through,
Yeah,
But probably Madison,
hmm
and
yeah,
definitely a load of offloading because Kolasinac definitely needs to go. Bellerin will probably go. I hope Aubameyang because he's not it anymore. He's just not it anymore.
Aubameyang's not leaving now, man. I don't think there's any
Pro-
possibility of that happening. Maybe Laka leaves, but I don't see Aubameyang leaving right now.
it's one of the two, and I hope Aubameyang leaves, but it's probably gonna be like I said, and then we need a new striker. So
Yeah,
it's a load of off signings, a load of incomings, and
yeah.
as it
Well, that's
stands right
actually
now, we're not ready. I think.
no, yeah, but that's the thing. Like, what are you hoping for this season, though? Like, what do you think Arsenal should be fighting for this upcoming season?
Getting into Europe, that's first. Champions League is too unrealistic, I reckon. Maybe a domestic cup like the League Cup or the FA Cup,
Okay,
but it's a
all
lot.
right.
Definitely getting into Europe again.
Yeah, I mean that should always be what we're looking for, right? I mean,
Yeah.
until we get to the point where we're fighting for titles, that's the very least we should be fighting for. And I like just to give my piece, I don't think we're nearly ready. Same here. Like I don't. A lot of people say our squad is worse than it was last season. I don't agree with that. I don't. But the thing is, and that's been the problem with Arsenal for a while. It's not that we're getting worse. It's just everyone gets better at such a higher pace than us. Like Arsenal is so slow, so slow. Like our
Mm.
evolution slow. We don't improve the team fast enough. We don't bring the right players at the right pace. Like it just you see Everton bringing a bunch of scary players. You see Leicester investing well. Wolves didn't have a good season last season, but I'm assuming they're going to be doing something nice this season. You have Leeds that are always exciting with Bielsa. So we're just, we're kind of holding
Again, that
steady when we should be trying to grow as well as the league.
again,
Go ahead, Steven.
again, that goes to like the original point is that the owners are there to keep us afloat. As
Yeah,
long as we're in the making like breaking even or a bit of profit, and we're a debt-free asset to them, right? That's
hmm
fine because for them, their interests are in America, the Colorado Rapids, the Rams, right? So if anything screws up with them, they can then go, oh look, we can use Arsenal. We'll sell Arsenal. They'll bail us out. So basically, if anything goes, we need something to hit them in America, big time. So basically, the Rams to fall apart and go into bankruptcy for us to be bailed out and get them to sell.
Oh, and
That's
that's
the only
that's
way it goes.
he
Because
is going through
otherwise,
some financial
Isn't he
hardship
yeah,
been
he
right
is
now.
going
sued or
through.
something?
Yeah, he's been
Yeah,
sued, I believe. I'll have a look at it. But until that happens,
yeah.
like nothing is going to change because he will just do it. So yeah, that keeps Arsenal sweet.
Does
It
that,
keeps them
does
sweet.
that,
But it's
does
the
that
thing is that that's the thing as well is that when we buy a player, all of a sudden, I mean, even I saw it with Ben White, is people are jumping up and down like a yo-yo. I'm like, that's not the main issue. We need you. We all sit here and say we need 3, 4, 5, 6 signings. Then after one signing, they said, "Oh yeah, wow, brilliant, brilliant," and we start comparing him to Varane because he's just signed for Man United. I'm like, no, no, like still, what we need to act is if we've signed Ben White, it's like we're just like it's not good enough. We need more.
the, the,
Be
the
that
problem with
soft,
this
tough with us.
the problem with this transfer window is it's not going to finish, is it, till a couple of weeks into the season?
Yeah.
So,
No, it's gone. Yeah,
which
it's
is
gone back to that
a
again.
pain. I don't know why they introduced that again because they stopped that for a couple of seasons, didn't they? And so you start the season with your squad. I don't know why that can't continue, but anyway, it is what it is. So who knows what's going to happen? You know, we could make a couple of decent signings before the window shuts. It's difficult to criticise until we know what's what, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
we
I
have
think
Just
it's,
answering,
we have
answering
spent a lot of
Char
money.
Z here. Yeah, we spent decent money
Yeah.
actually. Like we didn't bring a lot of players, but we spent decent money thus far. But the thing is, a lot of people were expecting like 8 incomings, and that's never been seen at Arsenal. So like, I mean, let's hope for the best, but I doubt that Arsenal's gonna bring in more than 3 players additional. That'd be pretty good already. We just Charzy. I mean, we don't have the insights or anything like that, but because Stan is going through some hardship, he's being sued. There's been rumors that that Daniel
I
Ek
just got
can.
an article here for it.
Oh, I can.
But yeah, just
Sure.
share that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Stan Kroenke's 700 million million pound US court case can help accelerate Daniel Eak's Arsenal takeover bid. Arsenal fans have received a much needed boost as interested Daniel Eak has received encouragement in his takeover bid of the Gunners as Kroenke suffer major problems. I have secured the funds for it, and I want to bring, I think, this very compelling offer to the owners, and I hope this time they hear me out. In spite of his first rejected bid, Eck is telling people close to him that a twist in a court case concerning Gunners owner Kroenke has increased his chances of eventually landing in the club. Billionaire businessmen Stan and Joss, who own a sporting empire in the US, maintain they do not want to sell up in North London. However, the latest developments with their NFL, franchise, the LA Rams, could take decision out of their hands. It should be excited. But
Yeah, I mean, we can only hope for the best. That's the thing. When you have a lot of money, you don't need to sell. And to Steven's point, I mean, a lot of things would need to happen for Arsenal to stop being lucrative. Like, it's a good business. Arsenal's good business. Like, it's a huge club. So
I think also though is that if that happens, with Daniel Eak, if this happens, it all falls apart, and that Kroenke's have to set up because of this, right?
Mhm.
Or they have to hear Daniel Eak's bid out.
To put in context, by the way, $700 million for Kroenke is more or less £50 for me.
Yeah, yeah, it's like 10 quid for it's like going down the shop and spending 10 quid. And actually, a tenner is quite valuable. If it does happen, like for instance, and Daniel Eak does get in, I don't think Arteta stays.
I don't think so either.
I think Arteta, with the fact that Daniel Eak's being backed by Henry, Bergkamp, Vieira, I don't think them three would let Daniel Eak keep Arteta at the club as a manager.
Who would they bring in?
If it's next season and Vieira did all right at Crystal Palace, it's probably going to be him.
Is my favourite, right? Vieira's not fit enough yet. He's not. Right. See what he does at Palace first. I would say people keep having a go at me about it, but I've always said if you put a top quality striker at Brighton, they'll score tons of goals because of the way they create their chances. Graham Potter's chance creations are often usually quite good, really good. The only problem is the reason they are where they are is because they haven't got a top quality striker. If they've got a striker there, they'll be top half of the table, easy. They'd win games quite comfortably, especially with the fact they have Lewis Dunk and Ben White there as well. So Graham Potter would be a good shout for me as a young manager.
Did Spurs go for him? And did he turn them down? I know everybody turns Spurs down, but did he turn them down?
Yeah, I think so. But I would take him. I would have taken
Benitez. I doubt that that's true. I doubt that's true.
I would have taken Rafa Benitez. That was my favourite. But that's again, again, we've missed out on him.
I don't like that idea of Benitez. Doesn't excite me. I mean,
No,
Arteta
I'm
doesn't
the
excite
same.
me.
I've never liked Benitez either.
Yeah.
No,
You like
I'm
the
the
idea
same.
of Arteta, mate. So that says it all, doesn't it?
Listen, this time next year I might be saying bring Benitez in now. But
Hey, look, people have a go at me about it, but hang
All right.
on,
Guys, I
Uh,
mean, I'm sure no one thinks otherwise. I'm pretty sure. I mean, everyone thinks we need more signings. So I'm going to adapt that question. What's your priority right now? Like, what's your number one thing? What's the it's disregarding outgoings, like the most important piece of business right now for you? Who wants to start? I think yeah, Steven looks like he's scratchy. Go ahead.
well, it's obvious, isn't it? Someone's got alongside Party. Could you imagine Xhaka and Partey there again? Jesus. Or Xhaka and Elneny as well. No.
I'm totally with you
right.
there.
So it's got to be someone next to Partey. Like, I know we might need someone other than Smith Rowe at number 10 because like he's not gonna last all season. It's not built
Mhm.
up for it yet.
Yeah.
But we need someone next to Partey big time. Who do you get? Neves will be a shout for me,
Yeah.
right? If I mean the Sancho and Varane are going to Man United, and then they're inquiring about Neves. Doesn't well in my book that doesn't make you a bad player. And we need players. I've said this many a times. We're not getting big players. We're not getting your top quality players. This is probably why we've gone for Ben White. Yes, it's too much money, but that's English player tax,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So otherwise, it would have been about 30 mil.
Yeah. 35 more or less. Yeah. It's regular
something like
English
that.
tax.
So for me, someone like a Neves is a player that will get you back into Europe. That's our main thing. We get back into Europe, then we can start focusing on bigger players because we can get Partey and Aubameyang whilst we've been in the Europa League. So that's all we need. We need to get back in Europe, then we can get the bigger players to get into the top four.
Right.
If we want to, this wants to be a process.
All right.
Okay.
Well, guys, I mean, I'm gonna go to you guys in a second, but it's very rare that Steven and I agree with each other. So I'm gonna comment on that right now because I'm in full
Take it.
agreement with him.
No,
Let's just say, look, there's this one time Marley is right and he agrees with me.
Yeah, he wants to listen to that, right? So I agree, man. I mean, I know we're crazy for a number 10 right now, but we do have Smith Rowe, and Willock played really well in Newcastle last semester, so it's worth giving him a chance. You have Saka that can be shifted there, Pepe as well.
I don't think
I'm not saying we
Willock
don't.
is going to step up.
I'm not saying we should. I'm not saying we shouldn't sign a number 10. I'm just saying CM, a number 8, someone to play alongside Partey, should be our priority. Because at right
Exactly.
back, we have a bunch of, donkeys, but we have the right numbers at least. We have Bellerin, we have Chambers, we have Cedric. Technically, Nuno Tavares can play there as well. I doubt that's going to happen. Even White can play as a right back.
I will just
In
quickly
midfield
mention,
right now.
I think we should go for Madison.
No,
I really
I'll
think
get
we
you
should
in
go for Madison.
1 second. I feel like right now our number one priority should be midfield, and it's miraculous because I like every single name that we've been linked with, every single one. I mean, maybe Zakaria from Mönchengladbach would be the least impressive for me, just because he plays alongside Xhaka in Switzerland, and Xhaka looks the better player, so that's a little scary. But other than that, I mean, you have Ruben Neves. That'd be amazing. Bissouma, I think he's a little too defensive. I'd like someone with more of an offensive output, but he's incredible. My first Locatelli would be just dynamite. Sanchez would be awesome as well. My favorite one, Bruno Guimarães, because like he is Brazilian. I tend to like them, but he's a really good player as well. I like every single name, and they're not too expensive. So right now it looks like we're going to be starting the first game of the season with a Xhaka and El Neni partnership, which
And
is
that's the
just
problem,
depressing.
isn't it? That's the problem
Yeah,
with this transfer window.
yeah, that's just depressing.
Because
Lokonga
2
looks
weeks
good for the
afterwards,
future.
2 weeks afterwards, our midfield might look totally different.
Yeah,
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 injuries.
yeah.
Well,
Right,
injuries, yeah.
Vivian. So you think our number one priority right now should be Madison,
Yeah, I think so.
right?
I just have this feeling that he's going to be to us what Van Dijk was to the Liverpool defense,
Okay.
and he's going to hit the ground running. He's an English player. He has experience in the Premier League, and the only player I would take above Madison now is Grealish, and he's not going to come to us now.
Yeah.
So we have to we go for Madison, and then hope Arteta plays him the right wing. And I think one probably hope Aubameyang hits the season running and get back his form before he signed his contract, and hope Pepe doesn't just prove the whole world wrong. And I think I just had this feeling Madison is the key that's going to fix our season. I might be over. I might probably be imagining, but I just have this feeling that Madison would do well. And I saw a link somewhere that he wants to come to the Arsenal. So I feel if we get this done sooner, and then he gets into the team and starts and hits the ground running, that probably we might target top 4. But currently now, I don't think we're in the running for top 4 with the kind of players we have. But if Madison comes and Arteta signs one more player, which is unlikely, then we actually have something to watch this season. If not, it's going to be same old, same old.
Yeah. I mean,
That's a sad truth.
I understand you wanting Madison. I mean, I don't agree with you that Arsenal stands a chance of top 4 if we get Madison. I think Arsenal needs Messi if we're looking for top 4. Yeah. I mean, if you're talking about
Come
one
on, he was
player
out of
that
the
can get into
contract.
top 4,
Why didn't
that's
we go for him?
Messi, and that's it. Like no one else.
Even Messi
no one
would
else.
not do well in. Even Messi would not do well in Arsenal. I think it's a mentality thing.
Perhaps.
Even
Messi.
Messi.
But Madison, the thing with Madison is like he is a number 10. He considers himself a number 8.
8,
I'd
yeah.
say I'd say he's a number 8.5. You know, very advanced number 8. You can't really play a midfield with Partey, Smith Rowe, and Madison.
Partey is injured. When is he coming back?
Partey?
I don't think Partey is out for like how long?
It should be about a month, maybe 6
You're
weeks.
joking.
But you know, we asked now a month is about 2-3 months.
No, he's out. Yeah, he's out for 6 weeks.
He's
Yeah.
missing the first 3 games,
Should be
definitely.
more or less.
Yeah, we're playing
Yeah.
Xhaka and Lenny against Brentford.
Yeah, we are.
Oh my goodness.
That's facts.
Hang
We'll
on,
probably
I would
see.
say, I want to say, actually, I just want to throw this one in there, and I'll throw this one in there because I'd like to see him get another chance because of his performances at Newcastle. Joe Willock.
No, Joe Willock's got to stay. He's got to stay.
I'll give him another shot because
Absolutely.
he kept Newcastle in the league, hands down.
I mean, if
That's
someone
true.
offered us the money that he's worth right now, I'd sell him.
I think we should sell. I would sell Willock if the right money comes.
If the right money comes in, so we can buy a replacement, fine.
Yeah.
But at the minute, no one else looks offering.
No, yeah, that's the thing.
No one looks like he's offering. And
People want to pay like
if people
15
want to
for
charge,
Willock, and
people want to.
I don't want to start the season.
50 million for Willock. Hang on, we've been charged 50 million for Ben White.
For White.
yeah, no, that's
Right, so I'm sorry. I think if we're going on player tax, we should be charging 30 mil for her.
A certain Arsenal player went to Crystal Palace on, I think it was a season loan. He was a very young player. He was absolutely fantastic. He was their player of the season, I think it was in the end. And then he come back to Arsenal, and that was Ashley Cole. It works, and I think he's gone to Newcastle and performed so well. He's gone another level, isn't he? He's got used to performing like that. Let's bring him back to Arsenal, see what he can do in the team. We can't let him go. Not after what he did to Newcastle.
That's why.
The only problem I've got with Willock is that because he's a young player, don't rely on Arteta playing. He does a lot using youth.
Willock is the
Well,
main
we'll see
reason
then.
why I
We'll
don't.
have to see, won't we?
Willock is the main reason why I don't think the number 10 position should be our main priority right now. It's because we have a good starter in Smith Rowe that we trust. Willock looks promising, so that's why I feel like a
Willock's
partner
more
for
CM
Partey.
than a CAM.
Willock is an 8.5 as well. He's a
Okay.
goal scoring
But
number
he
8.
plays
so
better
he's a
in
very-
10. But he fancies himself with 10.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's more of an advanced 8. That's how I describe him. Tycho, what's your priority?
On Willock, he played
No,
as
not. I mean, you
No.
can comment on Willock if you want to, but what's like if you can only bring in one more position, one more player, what do you think Arsenal should be doing right now? Charzy
No.
is right. We do need a goalkeeper as well, but you know.
I don't have one priority. I have more priorities, but like I said, if you need one, yeah, I go for a midfielder alongside Partey. Yeah. But on Willock, and he played as a box-to-box midfielder for Newcastle,
Newcastle.
and we don't play a box-to-box role. We play CDMs, and I don't think Willock would do good as a CDM.
No,
Maybe if-
me neither.
Maybe
Good
if we
point.
change the formation, it could work, but I don't think we're gonna change the formation.
That's fair enough. Rob, do you have a different opinion to give us, or do you agree
No,
with CM?
that's a good point. It's a good point. And I think if a decent offer did come in, Arteta may take it.
Yeah.
But I'm just excited by him. I'm excited about him coming back after what he's just gone through. And I like to see what he can do. I mean, I know he was at the club beforehand, and he didn't really make much difference. But what has this done for him? You know, that's what I'm thinking. What is the experience he's had at Newcastle? What has that made him into? That's what I want to find out, and I want him to find if he's gone up another level. I want him to be at Arsenal to do it, and not somewhere else.
Yo, there's some biblical plague stuff happening at Stevens right now. Like, did you guys see that?
I'm still learning how this fucking works.
Yo, guys, six
I'm
people
trying to
watching
imitate.
right now. Like,
Hey, I'm trying to imitate the leaking roof at Old Trafford.
we hit 10 at one point, so if you can please smash the like, please subscribe if you haven't yet. Share this if you can. Support us in any way you can, please, and thank you. Yeah, it seems that everyone wants a midfielder, right? Like Vivian's the only one that thinks our priority should be a midfielder that's a little more attack-minded, but everyone seems to think that our main priority is in midfield, which like it surprises me a lot that we spent the bulk of our money on defense right now. So,
What about Bellerin?
Offloading.
I want Bellerin gone. I want Bellerin gone, arrested, maybe killed, not necessarily in that order.
I'm
sorry,
with you on that. I'm with you on that.
We don't
Correction.
condone violence.
Correction.
I'm sorry.
No.
Correction. Hector Bellend.
Any way you want to call it. I mean,
Get lost.
You're both breaking up. I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Bellerin seems.
And it's really shocking how he fell. It's really shocking.
It's I've seen very little.
I don't know what
tips like
happened.
his. It's incredible.
He is the great example of what he tried to say about AFTV, profit from failure. So bye, mate. Get lost.
Yeah, I mean,
Jog on.
it's just
No, he's been a good servant to the club, and I like Bellerin. I think his last injury has probably affected him more than we know. So I don't have any bad feelings towards him. I think we should let him go with his head high. But for me, that is, you say priority about defence. That's why we need priority defence, because we do need someone to replace him. His Chambers, as Vivian said, his Chambers good enough. to be that replacement. I like Chambers again, but
Yeah.
is he top quality?
Good squad player,
we need
yeah.
top quality to move on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm totally with you there, but that's why I'm so confused that we spent so much on defense in the other two positions, not right back thus
Because we
far.
need them as well.
I know we did. I know we did. I mean, you could argue that we didn't need to spend that much on a defender, even though I'm happy that Ben White joined us. We didn't need to spend that much money on a center back. Like, loaning Saliba out, that was a little confusing, but
I'm
the most
confused about
important
that.
thing, yeah, the most important thing was a right back. And you can tell that Arsenal's trying to get rid of its right backs beforehand, but who in their right mind is going to want Hector Bellerin right now? I know he's been good in the past. I know he's loyal. I know he loves Arsenal, and I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Like, it sounds silly saying this, but he seems to be one of the better people, in football. He's very conscious. Like, he wants to help the world. He's a cool guy. I like the way he dresses, unlike most people.
Go plant his tree
But
somewhere
I
else.
love his fashion sense too.
one
Go
second,
plant his
Steven.
tree somewhere else. I'm sorry,
But
you're
that's the
telling us
thing.
we
Like,
can't have. Yeah, no.
who's gonna
you're telling-
want him? That's what I'm getting to. Like,
He's a man.
Bellerin right now,
hopefully
like
someone is
last
stupid enough,
season,
because
honestly.
sorry,
like,
if you're telling us we can't have an opinion on our football club, get lost.
no. What I'm
Can't stand
saying,
anymore.
I'm getting to this. Like, he's like last season, sure, every now and then he goes in an impressive run, and when I say that, I don't mean run of games. One impressive run during a game. Like, he's every now and then he looks fast, he advances with the ball a little bit, and he looks good.
And we
But
see the
in
old
general,
Bellerin.
yeah, he doesn't even look like a footballer anymore.
Mm.
Like, in the beginning of last season, he literally like he missed like 3 or 4 free throws. Like, he doesn't look like a professional player anymore. Like, look at what he did. Like, that assist that he gave
And he wonders why people
Abraham.
sit online and criticize him because you can't even do what someone at a 4-year-old could do, which is take a throw.
It's nuts. Like, I don't
No.
understand. Like, Enter thinking about bringing him in. It is crazy to me. I feel like second division teams would like maybe
Ooh.
think about him right now.
Hold
That's
on.
my honest opinion. Bellerin has been that bad for me. But
I will just actually just remind me on Inter. I just read saying that we're in advanced talks with Martinez.
yo, if Arsenal pulls off sending Bellerin to Enter, paying them whatever money it takes, and bringing Lautaro Martinez in exchange, yo, I'm assuming every single Arsenal
Top
fan's
four.
going to start loving Italy right now, even though you don't like Italians right now.
I'm not getting
Let's
ahead of
already got
myself.
Italy.
Don't get ahead of myself. Don't get ahead of yourself.
I love the Italians.
Yo, that just be wonderful piece of business. The best piece of business I've ever witnessed Arsenal doing. Not top 4 material yet, though, but just, sending Bellerin and bringing in Martinez, that's just hilarious to me.
The best
It can
business you've
happen.
ever seen.
Let's
It can
hope so.
happen. Come on.
I'm hopeful, man. I'm hopeful.
One of the very few.
No, I mean, I'm not hopeful. With the team we have right now, I'm not hopeful of anything, but I still, like, every season, it's the hope that kills you. Every season, I believe that Arsenal is going to do something impressive. And, I'm still holding on to that hope.
The one thing, you're dragging me down now, aren't you? But the one thing, if I'm going to criticise the team, and is we beat ourselves, didn't we? We beat ourselves so many times. We're in control of the game, and they don't beat us. We beat ourselves, and it happened again against Chelsea, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
It's only friendly, obviously, but we think, it's still rearing its ugly head. It's still in this team. This team's still got it in it to do something really stupid.
It's frustrating, man.
We need that to go from the team. That's what we need.
It's crazy, isn't it, Rob? Because like, honestly, if you think someone is overprivileged, force them to support Arsenal for a while, because like it's crazy with us. Like, because we have a shitty owner. He's filthy rich, but he's a shitty owner. We don't have a good team. Like when you're talking, like you're comparing us to the good Arsenals we've seen, right? 2004, 89, like we're nowhere near. We probably don't have a good enough manager. I'll get to that in 1 second. But in addition to that, we're so freaking unlucky too. Like on top of all of that shit, we're unlucky. Like we concede really silly goals that like it doesn't seem like that's part of the players' games. Every now and then VAR makes mistakes against us as well, which Steven hates it when I comment about that, but it should be said that Arsenal gets the shorter end of the stick.
We had some horrendous
Yeah.
horrendous decisions last season.
So it's crazy, man, because we have so many different directions trying to ruin us. Trying to absolutely ruin us. Go ahead, Steven.
So, just from honesty, in speaking with Inter Milan about Bellerin, Arsenal have inquired upon Lautaro Martinez, 23-year-old striker, is for sale, and AFC thought to have mentioned Lacazette, but Inter need cash, plus I hope it helps keep hope it helps them keep Chelsea's target. Basically, they need cash to help them try and keep Lukaku at the club. So we might have to try and ask for both. But Romano, as far as I'm looking at, to look at Romano, I think it was on the Don Robbie channel. It was. Let's have a look. Yeah. Lautaro Martinez says it is. He's on the AFTV. Sorry, it was on. I think it was. Was he on AFTV? No, it's Don Robbie channel. He is the Don Robbie channel.
Those guys have a big fan base. They don't need the plug-in.
Sorry, I'm sorry, man. I'm just saying where it's come from, but
there are other YouTube channels available.
YouTube channels available. But they're saying it's unlikely.
Yeah, it's only natural that it's unlikely, right? It seems that Atletico Madrid want him. Like, why would you go to Arsenal if Atletico is chasing you? We have more money than Atletico does, but they can offer more. So we'll see, man.
We've all heard of the Arsenal knock, haven't we? When Arsenal go knocking.
Sure. Yeah. And, and I think Martinez would be a huge hit at Arsenal. Like, he's got all the makings of a Sergio Aguero at City. Like, he could have the same success would require the rest of the team to be as good as City's, but he's that good. I believe he's going to be that good. Like, he could become a legendary player for a team. But, yeah, let's just hope it happens, man. I just want to dream at this point. I think it's unlikely, but I just want to allow myself to dream a little bit. We don't have too long to go, guys. Usually we'd be wrapping up right now, but I do want to get to the last point that I wanted to, because otherwise Steven is going to be aggressive to me. How long do you guys think Arteta has? How long do you think he has, and how long do you think he should have? And Steven, when you answer that, please don't say he should be gone already. Obviously,
I was about to say that.
Well, I suppose, isn't it?
I'll start.
In a serious club, he should have been gone by now.
You're actually topping Steven as the negative willy-nilly. So you go first.
In a serious club, in a serious-minded club, he should have been gone by now. He's had one good season. What else does he want? So I personally feel he should have the whole of next season, probably to the end of the year. And if we haven't turned our luck, then he should be gone by the new year. And let's try and salvage what's the rest of the season.
Okay, so you think he's gonna have the entire season, but you think he should only have a semester?
I think he's due, based on the fact that I love Arteta as a player. I think we should give him the rest of the season. But let me put my sentiments aside and just be realistic. If we want to have a shot at a decent season. We should give him till the end of the year. If he hasn't turned our locks around, he should be gone by next year. And we try our luck with some other coach that can probably rescue the rest of the season.
That's fair enough. What does Arsenal need to be doing by December or by January for you to think he needs to stay or he needs to go? What do we
Probably
need
we
to
should
be
be in the
doing?
top. We should be in the top half of the table. Probably seventh, sixth.
Okay, so if you think Arsenal is in eighth position comes Boxing Day, for example, he's safe.
Yeah, at
Okay.
least before the end of the season, we can sneak into the top four. I still hope we can get into top four. I know nobody thinks it's possible, but I still believe we can sneak into the fourth
I
position, maybe.
if there's like a COVID outbreak at Chelsea, United, Liverpool, and City, maybe. But other than
Don't
that,
forget the season Leicester won. Nobody imagined they were going to happen. It just takes just one season, and
yeah, but
and we
that
don't
was
have any
impressive because
distraction.
it happens very rarely, right?
We
That's why
don't
it was
have
so
any
special.
distraction this season. Like
Hmm.
it's the Premier League or nothing. So we have like we are playing only weekends. We don't have the midweek distractions, nothing. So we really do not have any excuse not to try and sneak into the top four at least. That's why I think that okay, without the distractions of the midweek games, we might have a fair chance. And we have to pray for luck. So because Arsenal has got to be the most unlucky club ever.
Yeah, we are. We are. We definitely are. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I think we should always be allowed to dream, right? I don't think it's
Absolutely.
very. I don't think it's likely that we're going to be finishing anywhere near the top four, but I dream about it as well. There's always
We're
possibilities. It is
Arsenal
football.
fans.
Yeah,
We're dreamers, remember?
exactly, exactly. Tycho, you haven't spoken too much today, my man. What are your thoughts on this?
I don't want Steven to hate me, but you know,
Depends what you're about to say.
Steven hates everyone, man. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
I,
you know, I like Arteta. He's not a decent. He's not a good manager even. No, he's not a good. I like Arteta, but he's not a good manager definitely. But I don't think we could do better at the moment. Like
Steven's about to swim to Amsterdam, man.
I don't even live in Amsterdam, so he could if he could. Like
That's ruined my
no,
it's
joke.
really people.
Okay, but that's fair though. That's fair.
yeah,
That's
I don't
fair.
think like who else can we get? Potter maybe, but would he leave Brighton?
No, okay, but do
Oh,
do do
it,
set like limits and deadlines though. Like for example,
Yeah,
comes because this semester is a long time. A lot of managers don't even get that. If you guys saw what happens in Brazil, it's crazy. It's crazy. In general, a lot of teams have like four managers a season. So
wow.
what do you? I mean, there's a rule that stops that from happening now, but until recently, that was the case. What does Arsenal need to be doing come December, January for Arteta to be safe in his position?
sixth, fifth.
See, your standards are not that low, so it's unlikely that we're gonna be placing then.
We could.
I think if everything goes according to what should happen, I think Arteta is gonna be out in your vision by
And
by
yeah,
the middle of the season. Yeah,
anything can happen.
yeah,
You can't predict it like this early.
yeah. Rob, what are your thoughts?
I think if we're outside the top six, we're not playing well. The players' body language, things like that. That's massive. If if by Christmas all that is wrong, then he's struggling, isn't he?
Yeah.
Will that happen? Let's hope not. Let's hope he can get the team to continue as they left the last season off. New signings, new hope, and we put a really good season together with crowds at the stadium.
Yeah, man, I'm hoping that makes a difference. Someone did say that Aubameyang thrives with fans,
Yes, I read that.
and
Yeah,
I
Well,
yeah, I think that was a really
totally
smart
agree.
comment because Yeah, he does. He engages with the fans a lot, so I think he misses the warmth of the fan base. Steven, I know you love him. How long does Arteta have? What does he need to be doing to be safe?
He's going to be sacked by December.
You think he's going to get the sack by December?
You look at the start of our season. We've got Chelsea, we've got Man City, we've got what we got in terms of Arsenal.
Could be a good time to play them to start the season.
I don't think it will be.
I mean, we already lost to Chelsea, but I know
2-2.
And that was
It
their
was
beat.
2-2.
Hang on, we
That goal
played.
was across the line.
That doesn't really matter.
You're right.
That was 2-2. That's 2-2, and that's what I'm going with.
And who scored?
Really matter.
Willock.
It doesn't really matter because we played most of our first team and they were playing half of their first team. Half
That's
of it.
fair as well.
It's a friendly though, isn't it? That's not.
That's the thing. Is Brent? So Brent, we got Brentford. Then we got Chelsea. Then Man City. Tottenham.
That's a win.
Well, it should be. I don't care. I don't care if it's Tottenham or not. It's a win either way. So then we got Leicester, Man U.
We'll have Maddison,
Liverpool.
so we'll beat them.
I want about the first 11 games. So, and that's all just like a month after my birthday on the 30th of November. So he could be gone by November.
Or
gone by November.
We could be flying. And everybody's calling out his name.
No. Just don't see it. Don't see it.
All right. You know what? I agree with most of you. I like Arteta. I want him to do well. I still think at some point he's going to become a good manager. Being the manager of Arsenal Football Club it's a shitty job. I mean, great health plan, dental, all of that, good salary, but it's not a good position to be in. It's just like it's a position that causes people to hate you. You're immediately linked with Stan Kroenke, right? Because you're technically accepting what that guy's doing. So it's a tough position to be in. I don't think Arsenal's good enough to be fighting for the things that he wants to fight for. So I can see Arsenal being like at around 9th comes the end of the year, and that would probably be enough for Arteta to get the sack, just because it's cheaper to change coaches, change managers than to change players, which is what we need more so than managers. Because I'll say it again, Pep Guardiola would probably get us to 6th place, which is not that impressive. Like right now, we don't have good players. But guys, thank you so much. We've come to the end. We've gone a little over an hour, which is something I wanted to avoid, but it was amazing. Yeah, go ahead.
What do you guys think about Kilo Taylor-Hart's first contract for Arsenal? Because
it's good, man. It's good that we're Arsenal's getting good at young players' contracts. That's something that we've been improving at with Smith Rowe, Saka, Martinelli, Balogun, Kiddo Hart. Right now, we have a lot of exciting talent coming, and it's good that we're protecting those assets. I'm not gonna lie and say that I've seen plenty of him though, because I haven't. Maybe someone here has.
I'm not excited. Last time we had the English call, we sold everybody in less than 2 years. So I'm not even. Remember the picture that when Wenger renewed all what the so-called English core, and what happened in less than 2-3 years, we sold them all. So I'm not very excited about the players renewing their contracts. It's us now. Same old.
I think these players are a level above those players that you're talking about.
Me too. I'm excited for the young players that we have right now. Yeah, very excited. Miguel Aziz looks like a baller. But guys, that's subjects for next Tuesday. Next week is going to be the very last show that we're going to be having on Tuesday. It's going to start being on Friday from then on.
Friday.
But you guys are always welcome. Thank you so much for being here with with me. It's been an absolute pleasure being back after so long. I'm going to give you all a chance to shout out your socials, all of that. Tycho, tell us where we can find you, what you're up to. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
I just recently started a new Instagram page. It's called The Match Reviewer on Instagram again. So if you would follow me, I would gladly appreciate that. You can find me on Football United TV. Like and subscribe. As Featley TV, like and subscribe.
Fuck.
And yeah, that's it. Yes,
All
definitely.
right. Awesome. Awesome. Vivian, that Arsenal lady,
Yeah.
tell us where we can find you. Yeah, that was a little awkward. I apologize for that. Tell us where we can find you, what you're up to. The floor is yours. Vivian?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, I can follow you on Twitter, that Arsenal lady. And I follow back. That's currently the only social media platform I'm active on right now. Yeah, that's it.
Awesome, awesome. You're always welcome back here, so you can find her here as well. Rob, another one of my new friends, sir. Tell us where we can find you.
At Gooner145, please follow me and get lots of positive chat about Arsenal.
All right, yeah. For more positive value, do check it out. I hope he's going to be coming back to this channel as well. And like a man that I love so much, Steven. Go ahead.
You can find me on SVT TV. Yeah, make sure you like, subscribe here first. Arsenal F1 football content, and yeah, if you want me just causing mayhem, causing carnage, bantering the hell out of everyone I know. Yeah, come and check us out.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, and help raise money for Children's Liver Disease Foundation.
Yeah, do check it out. Out of all the channels that talk about Arsenal, Formula One, and raise awareness for children's liver disease, his is the best, the very best one. Out of all the channels that do those three things. All right, but dude, I gotta thank you once again. You're a fantastic human being. Like for everything you've been doing, and you've been helping me so much for no reason other than being my friend. I appreciate that, helping us grow, and I always want to keep this partnership that we have with Featley TV. And that's it, guys. Do follow us on Twitter as well, at Football United TV, and follow me at Marley Chillin as well on Instagram. I think it's at Charlie Millen 93. But yeah, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for being on board once again. And next time, I think we have United Across the Globe on Thursday.
Or
Stay tuned
if you
for
want
that.
to talk more about Arsenal, I've got a stream in 6 minutes about Arsenal as well. So.
I'm gonna be spending a couple of minutes with Steven there in his channel.
That's gonna be a lot of bantering, to be honest. I might just invite every fan on just to wind up.
So yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much. And yeah, ciao, guys.
Bye. Ciao.